McDonald's is the McPlace where all your McDreams come true. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I'm your host Emily and we're counting down our list of the top 10 discontinued McDonald's items we pray make a return. So sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy our McList. Coming in at number 10 is McSalad Shakers. Introduced in 2000 as a fun way to eat salad out of a plastic cup with a clear dome lid, salad shakers needed to be shaken up after adding the dressing in order to distribute it. They came in garden, chef, and grilled chicken Caesar options. Though the concept worked as plenty of people do the same thing with plastic containers every day for lunch, they were replaced by premium salads served in actual bowls in 2003. Now, I know the premium salad's more practical, but the salad shakers were so much fun. It was truly a genius delivery method for salad on the go from a fast food joint. Not to mention, you could just pop them in your drink holder in your car. They are literally perfect for drive-thrus, and I truly don't understand why they got rid of this, but so many people want them back, so McDonald's give the people what they want. Number 9. McLobster. The McLobster was an American seasonal sandwich at McDonald's. It's a lobster roll served in a hot dog bun with lobster sauce and shredded lettuce and was introduced in 1993. Now, the product had supply issues. It was not very profitable nationally. Now it's only available in Atlantic McCanada and New McEngland region of the summer when lobster is abundant. Nova Scotia produces the highest amount of lobster of any province per year. In 2015, the province's fishermen pulled 90,875 tons of lobster out of the water, according to Fisheries and Oceans Canada. From 2012 to 2017, Canada's total catch has increased by around 35%, so it makes sense that they have the product there. Yes, it is pricier than a hot dog or hamburger, but since the East Coast has such an abundance of lobster, it is a lot cheaper than you may think and is of course extremely fresh. The McDonald's McLobster is $7.99 Canadian, and if you were to get that at another restaurant in Halifax, it will run you anywhere from $8 to $20 in most cases. Now, I usually would suggest staying away from lobster, especially from a McDonald's in America, but it seems like these ones in Canada seem to be good quality, so I guess if you're really craving one, make your way up to Canada. Number 8. The McPizza. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this sounds kinda delicious. Though the product originated as a family-sized pizza that was brought out to the table by an employee and placed on a raised rack in the center, later it was scaled down to a personal-sized pizza. By 1991, the McDonald's test markets for pizza had grown to over 500 locations before being placed on hold. McPizza was discontinued in almost all restaurants by 2000 because the 11 to 16 minute cook time was out of sync with the restaurant's reputation for fast service. Now, I do understand, as this is something you can't really make beforehand and needs to be cooked properly and longer, but I feel like if you're a customer ordering this, you should know that it will take longer. But that might just be me assuming that people are smarter than there actually are, as we all know some customers can be, well, difficult. Now, as of 2022, McDonald's pizza is available at only one location in the world, which is in Orlando, Florida. So maybe after you hit Disney World, head over there to that McDonald's and get a McPizza if you're still hungry. Number 7. McHotdog. Listen, if they can cook burgers like nothing, they should be able to do the same thing with hot dogs. McHotdogs were first featured as a summer menu item in 1995 at select Midwestern locations at the franchisee's discretion. Hot dogs were presented as a seasonal menu item in the summer of 2002 at venues in the UK, and until 1999, hot dogs were available in McDonald's outlets in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, and the Toronto Metro Zoo and Skydome in Toronto. In 2004, McDonald's restaurants in Chile served hot dogs for a limited time, and it is still available in some Japanese McDonald's restaurants today as well. Why was it discontinued though? Well, according to Mental Floss, McDonald's founder Roy Kroc would have been upset, as he said he never wanted to serve the item in any of his restaurants, saying there's no telling what's inside a hot dog skin, and our standard of quality just wouldn't permit that kind of item. But I mean, have you seen what the chicken nuggets are made out of? That pink goop stuff? I don't think hot dogs would be stooping low, but hey, to each their own. Number 6. Szechuan Sauce. Szechuan Sauce was originally released in 1998 to promote Disney's animated film Mulan. The dipping condiment, which mimicked traditional Chinese Szechuan sauce, was a short-lived menu addition, but nearly 2 decades later, a mention of it during an episode of Rick and Morty in 2017 sparked mania. On October 1st, 2017, McDonald's confirmed in a Twitter post that the Szechuan sauce would be returning for a single day in US restaurants on October 7th, 2017. Sources began showing a few days prior early releases of the sauce on YouTube and teasing a collectible poster to commemorate the event. Predictably though, scalpers stood in line for hours just so they could obtain the extremely rare sauce and sell it for hundreds of dollars on eBay. Shocker. Then February 22nd, 2018, McDonald's announced on Twitter that it would bring back Szechuan sauce for a wider period of time and a larger quantity, as 20 million cups of the sauce would be available starting on February 26, 2018. On March 31st, 2022, it once again returned to stores, featured as an app-only exclusive. The sauce debuted in China for a limited time in 2018 as part of a limited promotion, and the deal ran from March 28th to April 17th, and the sauce debuted in Australia for a limited time in July of 2022 as part of a limited promotion. That deal ran from the 6th to the 19th. So could this sauce come back? It has before, but I think fans want it to stay permanently. Number 5. McDonaldland Cookies. McDonaldland Cookies were packages of hard, crunchy cookies sold at McDonald's restaurants that usually came with a Happy Meal. They were first introduced in 1974, and the cookies were made into shapes of McDonald's characters, featuring Ronald McDonald, Bertie Grimace Hamburglar, and Captain Crook. They were a little like animal crackers, but in the shape of McDonaldland characters. Eventually, the original cookies were replaced with a softer cookie recipe, and then in 2004, the Happy Meal cookie option was removed entirely and replaced with apple slices in a bid to be healthier. Of course, it was to be healthier, but come on, they didn't have to get rid of them completely. They could have just given the apples as a choice. Number 4. Grilled cheese. Now, this one makes me angry as it used to be my favorite, and as a picky eater, I know all the other kids love the grilled cheese too. On June 1st, 2018, the official McDonald's account tweeted, "In February this year, McDonald's announced a global commitment regarding children's meals. Our grilled cheese is discontinued as part of our continued commitment to incorporate more healthy options on our menu. We're sorry to disappoint you with this change." Turns out, there's also a financial aspect to the McDonald's decision. Shocker, they want to save money. The company told CBC News the grilled cheese was the least popular Happy Meal entree, chosen just 5% of the time. It was also one of the only vegetarian options for their sandwiches, and this is truly a sad day for all those just finding out now. I'm sorry. Number 3. McDLT. The McDLT was first introduced in 1984. It had its own custom-made container that was designed to keep the hot and cold parts from the burger separate until you were ready to eat it. So one section had the lettuce and tomato, the other the patty and cheese, so that nothing got soggy. Its advertising campaign was keep the hot side hot and the cool side cool. The best part of it was the container that it came in. It was specially designed to compartments on a styrofoam box. Now, instead of it being folded over so that one compartment is the top and the other side is the bottom, as that was common in the 1980s, this box stayed flat and had a matching lid, thus using twice as much styrofoam as any other burger on the menu. Now, obviously, I wasn't around during this time, but this feels very smart and practical, especially for a fast food joint. Apparently, there were environmental concerns about the packaging, so it was discontinued in 1991. McDonald's then did away with styrofoam containers and started using wax paper and cardboard rings to hold the burgers in place before switching to the boxes they have now. And since the 2-compartment containers were integral to the McDLT experience and there was no way to replicate it, so ultimately the McDLT was discontinued. Now, I say bring it back and use materials that's better for the environment, as we now have progressed as a society. Number 2. McWraps. Introduced in 2013 as a potential Subway buster intended to attract younger clientele, these potentially healthy-ish wraps came with your choice of fried or grilled chicken, cheese, bacon, and a selection of sauces, and a couple ingredients that had never been before served at McDonald's, like cucumbers. But they were incredibly labor-intensive to prepare, as employees had to steam the tortilla, chop the ingredients, stuff and roll the wrap, and fit it inside a cardboard sleeve. I know, so much work. But this added to the stress already placed on employees caused by the addition of all-day breakfast. But I mean, if Tim Hortons can do it, then why can't McDonald's? Regardless, they stopped selling these after 3 years, well, in some places. If you're truly missing the McWrap, you'll be happy to know it's not completely extinct. Fans in the United Kingdom, Poland, Australia, and Canada are able to get their hands on at least some variation. So if you want a McWrap and you're from the States, just cross over the river and get your hands on some. And coming in at number 1 is cinnamon melts. For many, cinnamon belts, also called Cinemelts, were an integral part when enjoying McDonald's breakfast. Unfortunately, the much-loved item was taken off the menu, and many experts believe the pandemic may have been to blame. To make the delicious meal, workers had to make a lot of contact with the batter, topping, and icing, making it nearly impossible to restrict human contact, which became difficult in a time of social distancing. Also, due to the fact that many customers weren't eating out as much during the pandemic, McDonald's was looking to shorten its breakfast menu. Now, even though McDonald's was not completely on board with cutting their most famous breakfast item, they still went on and discontinued the cinnamon melts. Since then, McDonald's has launched cinnamon rolls as a replacement for its famous cinnamon melts, and people seem to be loving this new addition to their menu a lot. The good thing about cinnamon rolls is they're not as heavy as cinnamon melts, and you can have them on the go without worrying about the mess. But the decision to remove cinnamon melts didn't come without controversy, though these new cinnamon rolls are truly not the same. Well, that's all for our list of the top 10 discontinued McDonald's items we pray make a return. Did we miss any of your favorites? Let us know in the comments down below, and make sure to like and subscribe while you're down there. I'm your host Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.